Let's go to the numbers with our national political correspondent, Steve Kornacki. Feel like we just saw each other yesterday, and there was a 22-point lead for Donald Trump in the tracking poll. Nikki Haley cuts it down to 11 in the actual results. It's not enough, better than perhaps anticipated. How did this come together?
Yeah, and we talked about how New Hampshire, just the mix, the demographics, the ideology favored her so much, and yet she loses by 11. Here's what happened, basically. Our exit poll tells the story very easily. Basically, half the Republican, half the electorate yesterday were Republicans. The rest were either independents or Democrats. And just look at this. Among Republicans, Donald Trump beat Nikki Haley basically by 50 points, by 49 points. And then among independents, Haley did win them. She won them by 22. So this is an impressive win among independents, but her campaign wanted and needed a bigger margin than this. Otherwise, you get what she got, a double-digit loss.
So she's vowing to stay in. The next primary is South Carolina, her home state. We've discussed ad nauseum why that is a very hard road for her because Trump is polling, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 points ahead there. Her campaign is arguing, stick with her till Super Tuesday. There are other states. She has a path. Can you show us what that path might look like?
It's hard to see. Let's just go through our calendar here and let's just zoom in to Super Tuesday, which will be March 5th, and just start taking a look at what's on the board that day. Here you get a sense of it. Now, these are all the Super Tuesday states. I'm scrolling through them there. We're still in Super Tuesday. Ends with Vermont. Which of these states has an electorate that looks anything like what we saw in New Hampshire last night? Maybe Massachusetts fits that. I think Vermont is going to fit that. And on the periphery, Virginia sort of fits that. So there'd be opportunities in those states, I think, for her to get some delegates. There are a few others like North Carolina that give them out proportionally. So even if she loses, she could get 20, 30 delegates. But the problem for her really becomes the rules that the Republicans have set starting on Super Tuesday really change. And the rules are designed to get an early nominee, meaning in a lot of these states, if you're just getting 50% at the statewide level or 50% at the district level, you get all of the delegates.
Essentially, winner takes all.
In California, they changed the rule, 50% plus one. All 169 on the spot go to the candidate. The last poll in California, Trump had 66%.
It's designed for someone to roll up the nomination quickly. So let's talk about the politics of it. Can Nikki Haley, does she have the resources to stay in this race until Super Tuesday?
Right now, her campaign says, yes, they have the donors, they have the money. They've already made a multi-million-dollar ad buy in South Carolina. But Savannah, if she loses in her home state, that would be devastating. How does she convince donors to stay on board with her? And what is she going to be facing between now and South Carolina? A barrage of pressure from Trump, from his allies. We saw that yesterday in his speech from RNC chairwoman Ronna McDaniel, calling for the party to unify before the polls had closed.
Well, you know who also is calling for that? Joe Biden.
Yes.
He is saying in a statement that it is now a race between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. So, I mean, Nikki Haley herself said it. The Democrats want this race with Donald Trump.
She's not wrong about that. I mean, if you look at the polling, the Democrats are saying, hey, Joe Biden does better against Donald Trump than he does against Nikki Haley. She trounces him in general election polls, Savannah. So you have that extraordinary statement by the president overnight declaring this over before Nikki Haley has dropped out. Part of what he's trying to do is energize the Democratic base because polls show he is losing support among key groups who put him in the White House. It also comes as we learned about this campaign shakeup yesterday, Savannah. Two top White House officials heading to the campaign. And remember, the context to that, it comes after former President Obama said to Joe Biden, it is time to really ramp up this campaign to bolster it. They know they are facing some really big headwinds. So we are seeing Democrats basically responding to some of the really concerning polling that they believe they've seen for the president's reelection chances.
Yeah, a lot of jitters there. Okay, we will continue to watch. Meet you here, same time, probably next week. Kristen and Steve, thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.